This is the 3.43-inch barreled Glock 28 chambered in 380 auto. Looking like a mini-me of a standard Glock, this double stack 380 might just be what you're looking for. Let's find out more as we dive into the details. While Gaston Glock initially designed the original Glock intended to make the perfect pistol, at least that's the simplified version of it, arguably he did. At the time it was released, the officials torture tested it before adopting it, which was then adopted in mass quantities. The semi-auto 380 takes that reliable formula and makes it carry-sized. Let's dive in, starting with the tip. The barrel slightly protrudes just out of the front of the squared off slide. As we move up top, you can notice that the corners themselves are shaved off. Just behind that, you do have your front sight with a single white dot on it, of course making it easier for your eye to line up the target. As you move down towards the barrel, you see that the barrel is slightly cut right here on the top to help it from catching on the front side of the slide as you pull it back, right there. Flipping it over, you do see the logo, model, manufacturer location, and caliber etched into the side of the slide with some slide serrations in the very back. On the other side, you do have that Georgia logo letting you know exactly almost where it was manufactured, and then of course the other side of those rear slide serrations. Following to the rear of the sights, you do have a U-shaped white icon here that again will help you line up those sights exactly where you're trying to shoot it. Now let's move down to the trigger guard. It is ribbed with a squared texture on the front of it that does actually match the front texturing of that grip as well. On the inside of the oval where your trigger lives, the trigger does have a decent amount of take-up on it, especially if you include that trigger safety. Once you get to the back, you can feel where that wall is, and it's going to break just after that. It is a little bit spongy, like most trigger Glocks, however the reset is nice and clean. Let me let you hear that again. Just like that. Just behind the trigger is the mag release, which is a vertical rectangular shaped mag release with a slight texturing on it. The grip does have finger grooves on the side of it, and before everyone gets bent out of shape about it, this might be one of the ones that I would say is almost necessary. When you hold the firearm, I have smaller hands and I still can't get my pinky on the actual grip itself. So having finger grooves makes for a nice comfortable fit. The sides do have that classic Glock pebbled texturing on it, while the back is a little bit more aggressively textured with these angular designs on it. The back strap itself still retains that cutout on the back, helping you remove any stuck Glock mags, and the mag well does have just a little bit of angular shapes on the inside, helping you get that mag in every time. The mags are a little bit interesting with the 380. You do actually get two of them in the box, and if you look carefully, the magazines are actually the same as the 9mm mags. In fact, a 9mm mag will fit into the 380. However, because the 380 is a little bit shorter, you can see that they had to cut out some portions of the back here to make it so that way the 380 rounds would fit. And that same story is true. You can fit the 9mm mags in here, but you cannot feed it. It will not shoot them. Just in case if you're thinking about trying it at home. Don't do it. Finally, always check your listing, as sometimes these accessories in the box can change from time to time. In conclusion, Glock gives you a well-built, reliable, pocket-sized 380 that would make a great carry gun or just a fun range day firearm. Lastly, rest in peace, Gaston Glock. Thank you for your contributions to the world and for changing the handgun world as we know it. If you have any experiences with the 380 Glock, please leave a review below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless. It is time to end.